My house burned down when I was 16, and my stepmom lost the donation money people sent to help us. Years later, I built everything back and made sure she lost it all. The fire destroyed everything. My childhood photos, my dad's guitar, the blanket my mom made before she died, all of it gone. I remember standing on the sidewalk in my pajamas watching the flames swallow our house. My stepmom Karen was crying, but looking back, I think it was more about the house than anything we actually lost. Our community was incredible though. They organized fundraisers, donation drives, even a benefit concert at the high school. Local businesses chipped in. My dad's co-workers passed around envelopes. By the end of it all, they'd raised $87,000 to help us rebuild our lives. Karen said she'd handle everything. She was good with money and would put it in a special account for our future. My dad was still in shock, so he just nodded and signed whatever she put in front of him. But months passed and we were still crammed into that dingy motel room on the edge of town, the one with the flickering lights and the permanent smell of cigarette smoke. I was sleeping on a cot next to the bathroom. My dad kept asking Karen when we could start looking for a new place. She always had an excuse. The insurance is still processing. We need to wait for the right opportunity. The market's not good right now. I started noticing other things too. Karen had a new car, a brand new SUV with leather seats. Then came the designer purse she carried everywhere. Weekend trips to the city with her friends. Every time I asked about the donation money, she'd snap at me, said it was complicated and I wouldn't understand finances. I was 17 when I found the bank statements in her car. I was looking for my phone charger and there they were, just sitting in the glove compartment. My hands were shaking as I read through them. She'd transferred it all to her personal account, every single dollar. The car, $35,000 from our fund. The purse, $3,000. The trips, the spa days, the jewelry, all of it bought with money people donated specifically for us. For me and my dad, I took photos of everything and confronted her that night. She didn't even try to deny it at first, just stared at me with this cold look and said, "What are you going to do about it?" Then she added, "Prove it. Go ahead. Try to prove it. No one's going to believe some troubled teen over me. Everyone knows you've been acting out since the fire." I showed my dad the statements. He was devastated, but Karen had already poisoned that well too. She convinced him I'd been struggling with the trauma and was lashing out at her because I blamed her for the fire somehow. She actually cried and said she was trying her best to hold our family together. When I tried telling people, the organizers of the fundraiser, my teachers, even a police officer, they all had the same reaction. Sympathetic looks and gentle suggestions that I should talk to a therapist about processing my grief. Karen had spent months building this narrative that I was troubled, depressed, acting out. She was right about one thing. I couldn't prove it. Not then. So I made a decision. I stopped fighting, acted like the obedient, healing teenager everyone wanted me to be. I kept those bank statements though, kept them hidden in my locker at school where she couldn't find them. I graduated and got out, went to college on scholarships and financial aid, worked 2 jobs, got my finance degree with honors, then my MBA, built a career at an investment firm, learned everything there was to know about money, accounts, and most importantly, fraud. My dad and I reconnected after he finally divorced her 3 years ago. He apologized for not believing me. Turned out she'd done the same thing to him, draining their joint accounts before the divorce. Last month, I hired the best lawyer money could buy. Turned out, misappropriating disaster relief funds? That's wire fraud. And when you cross state lines with it like she did on those weekend trips, it becomes a federal crime. The statute of limitations is 7 years. I filed charges at year 6. She's been ordered to pay back every cent with interest. That's $140,000. She had to sell the car, the house, her jewelry collection, everything. The judge asked if I had anything to say. I just smiled and said, "I understand finances now." She lost it all.